All right. So who's your client?
Excuse me.
All right. So I'm not going to tolerate anybody being late anymore. This is not the first time for people being late. I'm not going to tolerate it anymore. So people need to start putting in their mindset, it's probably going to be a line. So I need to, put in my internal clock that I need to get here earlier to take into consideration the line is going to be outside. Court starts at 9 a.m. It doesn't start at 9:10, 9:15. It's 9 a.m. So everybody needs to start being on time. Otherwise, a warrant could be issued for your arrest. And what will end up happening is you'll be taken into custody. You'll be taken to the Bexar County Jail, and then we will know where you are. And then the Bexar County Jail will bring you over. Does everybody understand?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. Well, no, I mean, you don't have a case here. She does. I appreciate your apology. Okay. Did you understand you're charged with the offense of harassment of a public servant? That's a 3rd-degree felony.
Yes.
Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. After reviewing state's exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Well, we would just ask that you follow the recommendation of the prosecutor in this case.
All right. How old are you?
31.
And who is Carlos Gutierrez?
My older son.
And how old is he?
He's 17.
And are you employed?
Not at the moment.
When's the last time you had employment?
It's been like a year.
How many children do you have?
No, I'm lying. I'm sorry, ma'am. I do Uber and then I DoorDash, and I have 5 kids.
All right. And what are your children's ages?
My older son is 17, which is Carlos. My daughter, she's 15. My other son, he's 13. My daughter, she's 11. And my youngest is 4.
And are you currently pregnant?
Yes, ma'am.
Who helps you with the children?
My husband.
So that's who has the children right now?
Yes.
All right. So why are you spitting on a police officer?
It was just, I was angry that day because I was looking for my son and I didn't know that he was in a stolo, which is a stolen vehicle. And I was angry. And when I crossed the street, the officer had waved me down, like, stop, like, but I was scared because my son has mental illness. And I was scared that he might make like a wrong move and then they might end up shooting him.
So how did you think spitting on an officer was going to alleviate the situation?
They had jumped on me first, like they both, and I was more angry because I don't know if that time I was still pregnant or if I already had a miscarriage before I got pregnant, this pregnancy. And it was just out of like anger, I guess I did it. Because when I was trying to tell them no, what I was trying to do, they still had just one put their like knee in my back and holding my hand. The other was just digging me more in the ground. So it made me mad because I was trying to like stop my son from. But either way, he ended up getting away.
Has Child Protective Services ever been involved in your life?
Once in 2012.
And why were they involved?
Because I had came out dirty with marijuana from secondhand smoke from my daughter.
Which daughter?
Ashley.
And how old is she?
She's 11.
So you're saying your 11-year-old was smoking marijuana?
No, I'm not saying that.
Oh, you're saying she was born testing positive for marijuana?
Yes, ma'am. But I did my parenting classes, and then whatever else they needed, I passed it.
All right. And are your parents involved in your life at all?
My mom kind of, but my dad, he's in a hospital in critical condition. Like he passed away, but they revived him. So right now he's still in the hospital.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else I need to know about you that I have not asked?
No, ma'am.
All right. This is what the court is going to do. The court is going to sentence you to 3 years deferred adjudication. There's a $200 fine that will be probated. When's the last time you used drugs?
Well, I had ended up relapsing when I found out about my dad. It was like 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks. And what did you use?
I used meth.
Okay.
Meth.
You know that's not good to use meth and you're pregnant.
Yes, I know. And that was my biggest mistake. And I'm not doing that no more.
All right. I'm going to order a referral to felony drug court and TAP evaluation. That's going to be in custody. You need to let felony drug court know that you have a drug problem and you need to be in their program. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If she completes parenting classes, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. But you must complete parenting classes. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You have a question about anything?
I don't need any treatment like for drugs. Like I could show you that I don't need treatment.
Okay, let me just tell you why I think you need treatment for drugs. And I'm going to ask you some questions, right? And I'm not trying to trap you. I just want to ask you some questions. So when you use meth, did you know you were pregnant?
Yes.
Do you love your unborn child?
Yes.
So what you did was you chose drugs over the health of your unborn child. That tells me that you have a drug problem, because otherwise, you know what you would have said? I really want to use, but I'm choosing my baby over drugs. You chose drugs over your child, which says you have a drug problem, or either you don't love your child. Right. So that's why. Going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we're going to go off the record. In this court, in order to be successful at probation, communication is key. If you feel like there's an issue you have, let probation know. If you feel like they're not addressing it, you can always come back to the court. Do you understand?
Yeah, okay. Yes,
And it would probably be in your best interest to be in felony drug court. Felony drug court is a hard program, but at least that's somebody that you can pick up the phone and call 24/7 if you're thinking about using. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Do you need anything else from the court?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Judge, may
Yes.
I address something?
Yes.
How long does it usually take for drug court to interview them?
Well, because we're at the end of the week, she'll probably be interviewed next week. They're quicker than the TAP evaluation.
I told her she was going to get out today, that you would likely follow the plea bargain. Her father's on life support.
Mhm.
And
She's,
I don't know how
I'm
much-
sorry, I understand that, but you're not getting out today. I will, if there's no objection from you, counsel, I'll send an email to felony drug court to see if perhaps they can squeeze her in
that would be
sooner than
great.
next week. I'll do that.
That would be great.
Okay. All right. So I'll send that now.
And would you consider lowering the supervisory fees to the minimum?
No, because I've already probated the fine. What are the court costs in this, please? It's a third degree. And it's harassment of a public servant.
450.
All right. We're back on the record. The court costs in this case are $450. Will you be able to pay that in installments or no?
And installments, yes.
All right, thank you. All right, I'm sending the email now to felony drug courts. Again, be 100% honest with them, and I'm sure they will accept you in their program. And then when you talk to them, and I'm going to put in the email that your father is in the hospital and that you would like to be able to see them, so they'll rush things.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you so much.
All right, you're welcome. I'm sending it right
Thank you,
now.
Judge.
You're welcome.
May we be excused?
Yes.